Welcome to the Depth Dive. We unpack complex topics to give you valuable insights fast.
And today, we're getting into something really key for, well, for many of you listening who work in dental sales.
That's right. Understanding orthodontists, their preferences, and specifically a major innovation in their
So
practices.
self-ligating brackets,
Yeah,
SLBs.
exactly. Our mission here is to equip you with the essential knowledge about SLBs.
It's not just what they are, though.
No, it's about the subtle differences, right?
Yeah.
And how they impact a doctor's whole clinical approach.
You can really speak their language.
Build those deeper customer profiles, tailor your solutions. We got insights from a detailed source to, get right to the heart of it.
And what's really fascinating is how this one change, replacing ligatures with a clip, it just ripples through everything.
Treatment approach, patient experience.
Even the ortho's core philosophy. It
Yeah.
makes you think, how do you position your solutions effectively when these subtle differences matter so much to them?
Okay, let's unpack that. So traditionally, you've got brackets with tie wings.
Right, and the ligatures hold the wire in, those little elastics or metal ties.
Yeah. But then SLBs came along, no ligatures.
They use a built-in door or a clip instead.
And the big idea behind them was,
Well, mainly to reduce friction, that resistance.
which could mean shorter treatment time.
Potentially, yeah. And maybe fewer adjustments, better patient comfort, definitely easier cleaning without the ligatures trapping plaque.
Though the research on actual treatment time is a bit mixed, isn't it?
It is. Some studies show clear benefits, others less so on the total time. But many doctors still really prefer SLBs.
Why is that, do you think?
Often it's the mechanical simplicity, and they perceive real benefits for the patient experience. That's a key thing you'll hear out there.
Okay, so for you listening in the field, what does this mean?
It means you got to understand the nuances, how they work.
Because there isn't just one type of SLB.
Nope. Broadly, three main types, and each kind of reflects a different clinical philosophy.
All right, let's break them down. First up, passive SLBs.
Think Damon system, that's a common one.
How do they work?
They use a little sliding door. It holds the wire, but doesn't actively press on it.
So low friction, light forces.
That's the idea. The claim is often faster initial alignment, maybe fewer visits.
Any downsides?
Well, some doctors find it harder to get that full torque, the precise rotational force right at the end in the finishing stages.
Because the wire's held a bit looser.
Exactly. So if a doctor really values gentle, efficient movement early on, this might be their go-to.
Okay, type 2.
Active SLBs. Like the speed bracket, for instance.
And these are different how?
They use a spring clip. It actively pushes the wire into the bracket slot.
Ah, so more direct pressure.
Right, which generally gives better torque and rotational control. That's good for precision, especially later in treatment.
But the trade-off?
Might be a bit more friction, especially early on, so maybe not quite as fast in the initial alignment phase. It shows a different priority, perhaps precision over initial speed.
Interesting. And the third type?
Interactive, or hybrid SLBs.
Like Innovation R or Empower.
Yes, or Orthometrics SLB Precision Series is another example. These are designed to sort of adapt.
Adapt how?
They aim to be passive early on with smaller wires for that low friction start.
Okay.
But then, with larger finishing wires, the clip engages more actively.
Ah, so they become active later.
Right, for better torque control when it's needed most. Trying to get the best of both worlds, essentially. Low friction early, high control late.
So connecting this back for our listeners, knowing these differences is vital for your sales calls.
Absolutely critical. It helps you understand the doctor's treatment philosophy, how they approach patient care.
So if you're representing, say, Midwest Advanced SLB Solutions.
You'd know to position their SLB Passive Precision Series if the doctor currently uses something like Damon. You match their preference for smooth initial alignment.
Got it. And if they're using an active system like Speed, or maybe an interactive one like Empower,
Then you'd talk about the SLB Precision Series Interactive.
because it has that adaptive clip.
Exactly, like an iTie clip. It starts passive, then becomes active. You're matching your product to their preferred mechanics.
Which brings us to some key questions you should probably ask.
Definitely. Two crucial ones, really, to quickly profile an orthodontist. First, do you currently use self-ligating brackets? Seems basic, but confirms things.
And second,
What system are you using, passive or active interactive?
and just asking those tells you a lot.
Instantly. It tells you about their clinical priorities, helps you anticipate what they value, what they might need.
Okay, one last detail you mentioned was important. Arch wires.
Yes, vital. Don't forget the wire. Doctors using SLBs almost always prefer the ALX arch wire shape.
Why that specific shape?
It's designed to work with those unique self-ligating slot geometries. It helps keep the forces consistent, improves arch coordination.
So knowing that detail shows you're really clued in.
It shows you speak their language, yeah. It's not just about the bracket.
So bottom line for success.
Understand their current system. Position your right product. Highlight the benefits mechanics, time, patient comfort that align with their philosophy.
And speak their language confidently.
Torque, friction, clip type, wire progression. Use those terms naturally.
So for your next conversation, it's really about moving beyond just selling a product.
Exactly. You're speaking to their clinical needs, their approach, their values.
We've given you the tools, hopefully, to grasp these key SLB distinctions.
Right. Now, here's something to think about. Beyond just the specs, how can knowing this passive versus interactive help you anticipate their underlying values?
You mean like whether they emphasize patient comfort above all, or maybe ultimate precision and control?
Precisely. How can you use this technical knowledge to build that truly deep customer profile and become more than just a rep, but a trusted partner?
That's a great thought to chew on. Until next time, keep digging into those deep dives.